You boys look like a weird heavy metal band.
Yes, we are a band.
Really?
Yeah.
So what do you play?
Symphonic post-apocalyptic reindeer grinding Christ abusing extreme war pagan Fennoscandic metal.
Right. Really interesting.
What up, everybody? DJ Nubis.
And DJ Neko.
Here with you on the Meltdown Radio podcast, doing another trailer reaction. Site. This time it's Strange Darling 2024, directed by J.T. Molnar. Cast consists of Willa Fitzgerald, Barbara Hershey, who we saw in The Entity, and we did a review on that some time ago. Giovanni Ribisi, who we've also seen in stuff like Gone in 60 Seconds and The Gift. Really good actor. Enjoy his work. Plot is nothing is what it seems when a twisted one-night stand spirals into a serial killer's vicious murder spree.
This is Barbarian and Late Night with the Devil. I'm trying to read the little.
Oh, yeah. So I think the director or producers had something to do with those other two films. So.
And, I know not everybody liked Barbarian as probably as much as I did.
I hated it. Well, really? I didn't hate it. It was like a 7. I think people overrated it so much. Like Late Night with the Devil is amazing. It's one of the best films of the year.
I think the reason I think the part of the problem with Barbarian is like the first half is just bleh.
Well, for me, it's
and then the second half, it's so interesting, and like I really wish they would have cut some of the first half, and we got a little bit more of the backstory of the dude who lived there and trapped. Like I think you had too much of a slow build at the beginning for no reason, and that sucked. But the ending part,
well, I think they were trying to do something like From Dusk Till Dawn, where they were split in 2 different types of movies and then tried to bring him in. My problem is that I'm not a big Justin Long fan when it comes to his acting.
Oh God, I love him.
I like him in certain things, but not most of his stuff. But the other thing is like the ending. Like it should have played out where the bad dude wins, like walks away. That'd be the twist that would have been, oh my God, motherfuckers. Like you want to make your audience uncomfortable and pissed off. And so, but they did the ending that you would usually get, the happy ending, which didn't need it. Didn't need it. Anyway, let's give this a whirl. We'll see how it goes. Strange Darling. I like the colorations.
Do you have any idea the kind of risks a woman like me takes every time she agrees to have a little fun?
Never thought about it that way.
Of course you haven't. You're not a woman. You seem like
they're doing Nazareth, really?
But the real issue is safety. That's life or death. So I'm gonna have to ask you a question. Are you a serial killer?
What did you just say? Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
Can you help me, please?
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. I'm in control.
No. Maybe I lied.
You know you asked for this, right?
Some fools
How did I get so lucky tonight?
I know it isn't true. No, it isn't true.
Gotcha.
that is a good trailer.
Yeah, and I think but I
in-
still think I've kind of figured it out, which I'm okay with because I like this. This is similar to if anybody's ever seen The Final Girl. It reminds me a little bit of that in premise, although it's not exactly the same, but it has a kind of vibe. Like she's very mysterious, this girl in this film. So be interesting. Let's see how that goes.
It's one of your ADHD superpowers. You are very good at picking up other people's cues, so you start finding out and figuring out movies pretty fast.
Yeah. But I'm always pleasantly surprised, like then that's usually when you've seen like a really good movie is when it does something you're not expecting.
Just like Late Night with the Devil.
Yeah, that or just I've seen films in the past where, or speak no evil. We talked about that in another trailer that that film doesn't end like you would think it would. Like,
and it had a whole different vibe and pacing, and then the way the end ended up being is like, whew,
yeah.
That is how you do a trailer, right? It gives you enough of an interesting, like, okay, it's a cat and mouse kind of thing, and it's a thriller, and we know this guy's a bad guy, or and then it's like, well, what the fuck is up with this couple? Are they good or are they bad? Like, what is the purpose? Like, what's the whole? We don't really know. We just have a very basic idea of like a decent thriller style movie, and I will watch this movie. I might even go to the theater to see it. I want to see this one.
This one actually gives you a motivation.
And there's other movies too that I saw that I think I liked a lot more than you did. Like, I really liked Don't Worry, Darling.
I liked it.
I just, and I watched
a lot of people hate. I mean, I didn't.
People hate.
I didn't rate it quite as high as you, but I enjoyed it. I thought,
for me, I didn't see that coming. And then, like, I understand towards the end it turned into a whole, like, women are better than men thing and blah, blah, blah. But I didn't see it coming. And then when they were doing, like, the flashbacks and
the stuff in there about the women being better isn't... Those are the things I talk about when it says it doesn't hurt the movie because the story's strong. Mm-hmm. Like, it fits in with what they're trying to do. It's not preachy. It's just... It's how it's set up that way.
Well, they were being held against their will, most of them.
But other movies where they don't have strong stories to support those themes, it just isn't very interesting because you're like, you're preaching to me about feminism, but the story sucks and the script sucks. So I don't, and that's the thing. Like, if you can write a good story, no one gives a fuck.
Like, just the part where she like woke up for a second and then you kind of see like how he's taking care of her, and it was so fucking crazy. Anyway, all the men have to go off to work and we're just gonna go shopping all day. I could, what I want Don't Worry, Darling. Can you put me in a coma like that and let me just
bad wife,
let me just be...
Weren't they like drugging them
they were drugging them and hypnotizing, and like, remember, like, that's what I was saying, like, some of the backstory really made it more interesting for me because, like, you see the flashbacks where he loses his job, Harry Styles loses his job, and then he gets like really into this podcast of the guy, Chris Pine. I can't remember their character names.
And he rises up the ladder.
And he really was just like into his podcast about like, we're in a world now where men can't be men, and he like was just really kind of like brainwashed by it. And then
and still, like, I for me, like, despite the themes, like Pine's wife, like, I love that ending with her. Like, she's like, fuck this dude. She had enough of that shit. I enjoyed that a lot. But yeah, give us your thoughts. What do you think about this trailer?
Yeah, so this is what a good trailer does. It makes you think about movies.
Yep.
All right.
See you next time. Metal Time Red Podcast.